Who is Tatsuro Taira?
Tatsuro Taira.
And why is everyone so hyped about this Japanese wonder kid?
First of all, amazing performance.
Taira is a scary fighter. He is fast, has crushing leg kicks, and has so far grappled the heck out of everybody in the UFC flyweight division. Some say that he's even better than Muhammad Mokaev.
That was a great performance.
And he's definitely making a strong case for himself with his dominant performances.
Congratulations on an outstanding performance.
For the 23-year-old, the sky's the limit.
Tatsuro Taira, ladies and gentlemen.
Early life. Born and raised in Okinawa, Japan in the year 2000, Tatsuro Taira was a regular kid who went to school and participated in various extracurricular activities. He started his athletics journey with baseball in the 3rd grade of elementary school, but couldn't be passionate about it. As years passed, Taira tried different sports, but nothing really worked for him until he found his passion when he started attending a kickboxing academy in his area. Within a few months, Taira started shining as the brightest star in his dojo. In 2017, he won the 11th Kyushu Amateur Shudo and the 24th All-Japan Amateur Shudo Championships. Just a year later, he turned pro. An impressive debut. Tatsuro Taira made his professional mixed martial arts debut against Yo Otaki at Shudo. Now, this is Shudo 2 in August 2018. The fight had a slow start as the two stood at range and traded inside leg kicks. Otaki's leg kicks had more impact, so Taira decided to throw a couple of big punches to put Otaki off balance and go for a takedown. For the next minute or so, Taira dominated Otaki on the mat. Halfway through the first round, Taira secured a mounted triangle and then transitioned to a traditional one to secure his first ever victory. A tough outing. Taira's second professional fight was a lot tougher compared to his debut. Having already defeated Ryo Oyakawa twice in his amateur career, Taira faced his arch rival in a clash of fierce foes at Shudo, Okinawa in Japan 2018. The two fighters engaged in a clinch and takedown battle followed by entertaining ground fighting. Taira was the one first to secure a takedown. Ryo, however, reversed positions a number of times throughout their fight. Ultimately, Taira got a hold of his neck, and despite a great show of resilience, Ryo was forced to tap in less than 4 minutes. A step up in competition. After securing another 3 wins and piling up a perfect record of 5 wins, Taira faced a tough test in Jared Almazan at Shudo Korakuen Hall in January 2020. Seconds into the fight, Taira landed a leg kick, followed by a flying knee, but was caught midair and taken down subsequently. Taira immediately made his way back up, and the fight resumed at range. A few seconds later, Taira attacked Almazan with a looping flurry of strikes, followed but thudding knees to the body in the clinch. Taira then rocked Almazan with a huge head kick. Taira's attacks continued throughout round 1. Late in the first round, Taira secured a takedown and landed some vicious ground and pounds. In the second round, Taira rocked Almazan with a big head kick and then pounced on him like a hungry lion, finishing him in only 19 seconds into the second frame. It was another special performance by a special talent, but the best was yet to come. The Legend Killer. After taking out Jared Almazan, Taira defeated veteran Kyoto Shimizu before taking on one of Japan's MMA legends, Yoshihiro Ma at Shudo Volume 4 in 2021. The hitman from Nanawa was the perfect yardstick for Taira. The two carefully tested the waters in the first few seconds of their fight, but then Taira's killer instincts kicked in. He went for a flying knee that put Maeda slightly off balance. Within a split second, Taira grabbed a hold of his neck and dragged him to the mat. Maeda got up but had his back taken. Half a minute later, Taira finished the fight with a rear naked choke. Crowning moment. Taira's impressive victory over Maeda earned him a flyweight title shot against Ryuya Fukuda at Shudo Volume 4 in 2021. The two spent the first 30 seconds testing the waters. Fukuda went for a leg kick, but within a blink, Taira grabbed his leg to go for a takedown. Fukuda scrambled for a few seconds, but was put on his back at the minute mark. For the remainder of their fight, Taira controlled his opponent on the mat, advancing positions and earning the victory by a triangle choke late in the 5th minute. It was Taira's 9th consecutive victory and arguably the most important of his professional career, since he had a belt to boast about after it. Final fight before the UFC signing. In his final fight before signing with the UFC, Taira faced Alfred Muayad in a 130-pound catchweight fight. Taira started the bout with a crushing leg kick, but his opponent responded with a couple of crisp punches. The fiery exchanges continued as the first round progressed. Early in the 5th round, Taira rocked Alfred with a big right hand. He then swarmed his opponent and finished the job with a rear naked choke, putting his submission skills on display in the UFC. In May of 2022, Taira made his debut against Carlos Candelario, beating him by a unanimous decision. But given the hype around him, fight fans were expecting a finish. In his second UFC fight, he made a huge impact when he faced CJ Vergara at a UFC Fight Night in October 2022. The fight was off to a fast start as Vergara used his aggressive fighting style to push the Japanese star on the back foot. The two exchanged some nice shots on the feet. Taira then decided to take the fight to the mat. For the remainder of the first round, Taira controlled Vergara on the ground to take the first round. Taira started the second round with greater assertiveness on the feet, and he landed a couple of brutal leg kicks. A few seconds later, the flyweight prospect level changed and went for a double leg. Vergara held his ground, so Taira shifted to taking his back. For nearly half a round, Taira threatened submissions and ultimately found an opening, finishing the job with an armbar to earn a Performance of the Night bonus. Back-to-back bonuses. Taira continued his incredible rise in the UFC just a few months after his win against CJ Vergara, facing another tricky challenge in Jesus Santos Aguilar at a UFC Fight Night in February 2023. Aguilar had a big moment early on. He attacked Taira with a leg kick as soon as the first round started. Taira backtracked and Aguilar rushed forward towards him, attempting a guillotine choke. For a minute or so, Taira was in deep trouble, with many thinking that the Japanese star's undefeated run in MMA was coming to an end. Taira twisted and turned and managed to pop his head out of Aguilar's stranglehold. Once Taira freed himself up, he dominated Vergara on the mat and controlled him thoroughly before using a triangle armbar to finish the job. This fight in particular showed a new side to Taira. He was seconds away from being finished, but he refused to give up and fought through adversity like a champion. 13 fights and 13 wins. Is there anything better than a perfect record in MMA? Most recent UFC outing. As Taira moved up the ranks, his competition got tougher as he faced Edgar Chairez at UFC 290 in July of 2023. Chairez had a very good first round. The two spent a few seconds feeling each other out before things started to heat up. Taira was the only one throwing early, and it was the leg kicks that started to add up. Chairez landed a sharp leg kick that put Taira off balance. He then rocked the Japanese with a big punch, but gave up position by going for a guillotine choke and letting Taira on top. Taira slowly crawled up the guard and he landed some decent elbows to close out the round. In the second round, Taira closed the distance and Chairez again jumped guard for a guillotine. Taira quickly moved up to a dominant position and started teeing off with ground and pound. Late in the second round, Taira managed to catch Chairez in a triangle choke.
Trying to triangle. Oh, look at this. He's going to his back.
But he managed to survive to the bell. In the final round, the two traded shots on the feet for nearly 2 minutes before Taira went for a takedown. And although Chairez managed to survive early, he had to give it to the Japanese's stubborn chain wrestling. Chairez almost pulled off the upset when he dropped back for a guillotine late in the third round, but he ran out of time unfortunately, and Taira improved to a 14-0 as a professional mixed martial artist. The flyweight prospect is seriously talented. He is fast, he is slick, and he has devastating low kicks. Grappling-wise, he is just simply on another level compared to many in that division, which houses some seriously talented contenders and prospects like Muhammad Mokaev, Azat Maksum, and Manel Kape. So will Tatsuro Taira beat everybody in his division and reach the GOAT status at flyweight? Guess we will have to wait and see.